everybody, and welcome to Wembley for the second part of the North West Counties League podcast on non-league finals day. I'm joined by Alex Thorough up in the gantry.
I am. Hello everyone, lovely to be here. We've already seen, as we've already been discussing, Newport Pagnell Town have run out 3-0 winners in the FA Vase against Littlehampton Town, and you have to say they deserved it, didn't they?
Yeah, that game came on first with a 12:15 kick-off, and we saw Newport Pagnell Town win 3-0 in this match to become the new FA Vase champions. We also saw a stunning goal in that game from Kieran Barnes. Look it up on YouTube if you can find it. But now we're focusing on the FA Trophy Final, kicking off at 4:15 between Bromley and Wrexham, two National League sides with something to prove.
Yeah, and you've got a bit of information on Bromley, haven't you, Jay? This wasn't pre-prepared at all.
There's a few things I can tell you about Bromley, the first team alphabetically is coming into this game. Based in South East London, as a few you will know, not far from Charing Cross, and a population of 87,000 when the last census was taken in 2011, and we assume it's increased since then, and there's a large fraction of them now filling up the seats to our left here at Wembley. But I think at the moment they're being outdone by those Wrexham fans on our right.
Well, it's quite impressive, isn't it? We were saying Wrexham, a town of about 65,000 people, and we reckon about half the town is probably in attendance here today. It's really filling up, a lot of red shirts, it's great to see, and it's actually quite nice to see a few Newport Pagnell Town fans and Littlehampton fans have stuck around.
Yeah, that's nice to see as well.
To enjoy a day out.
Yeah, absolutely. You may as well while you're here. You were walking through the foyer a bit earlier, weren't you, where the Wrexham fans are? What was it like?
Oh, loud. A lot of beer in the air. So yeah, it looked like they were having a great party.
Well, it might not be their only final in the next few weeks for Wrexham, of course. Finishing second in the National League this season gives them automatic semi-final qualification in the National League playoffs. A win there would see them travel to West Ham's Bowling Ground to face off for a chance to play EFL football next season.
Yeah, and they are the favourites to get us there. They are the favourites to go up. They're going to have some stiff competition. Halifax, Solihull, Notts County are all talented teams in that. I know I'm missing out a few, Chesterfield and so on, but they are going to have a real challenge on their hands. But it starts today. This is a huge game for them. This is where they've wanted to be for so long, and I know they're going to enjoy the occasion.
It would make sense to say that Wrexham are the favourites. They've played Bromley twice this season in the league, obviously, with the two teams playing National League football. One of those was a 0-0 draw at Bromley's Hayes Lane. The second was a 2-0 win for Wrexham at their racecourse ground. But Bromley aren't to be ignored in this game, I don't think. They're also looking for their first ever FA Trophy victory, same as Wrexham, having first got to the final in 2014-15, the season they were promoted to the National League.
You can hear the cheers on the screen now as Ryan Reynolds and Ron Cunningham, and actually David Beckham and Will Ferrell, I believe that is, in attendance here at Wembley. They didn't come along for the FA Vase, bit of a weird one, but it's great to see them here now.
Nice to see their attendance and a massive atmosphere here at Wembley. And we've got a hell of a game to look forward to, I think.
Of a game. We've just got the team sheets in front of us. Do you want to talk us a little bit through the Bromley?
Yeah, I'll run through the Bromley team for us. So the starting goalkeeper throughout the league this season has normally been Mark Cousins, but Ellery Balcom gets the nod in goal, number 13. We see Billy Bingham, Chris Bush, Omar Sowunmi, I will get there, Luke Coulson and top scorer Michael Cheek are all in the starting 11, followed up by the captain Byron Webster for this afternoon, Corey Whiteley, Harry Forster, James Vennings and Ali Al-Hamadi, all starting for Bromley this afternoon. On the bench, Cousins, as we mentioned, Joe Partington, Stoke product James Alibi, Lewis Dennis, Mason Bloomfield, former Bolton man Liam Trotter and Jack Corley make up the substitutes.
It's a strong team, isn't it? It's near enough, apart from the exception with the goalkeeper, which we don't
know why. We're not sure why that is.
Fully sure why that's happened.
I'm sure we'll find out later on in the broadcast.
Yeah, and I'll talk us through the Wrexham team.
Go ahead.
So in goal, Christian Dibble, he came into a little bit of slack earlier this season for their semi-final, actually, their victory at home to Stockport. Two fantastic late goals there from Paul Mullin. He's reclaimed his place in the team. He's done a fantastic job.
Yeah.
Then we've got Callum McFadzean, a really talented player. Ben Tozer, Jordan Davis, the captain Luke Young comes in as well. Paul Mullin, as I mentioned, scored the two goals that sent them to Wembley, beating Stockport and ending there. I think it was 22-game unbeaten run in all competitions. We've got Tom O'Connor, James Jones, Matt Bayworth, and of course Ollie Palmer up top, the big man who Wrexham fans have really taken to their hearts since he arrived. On the bench we've got Lee Cam, former Birmingham and Sunderland goalkeeper, I believe.
I didn't realise he was there.
Yeah, Reece Hall Johnson, Jake Hyde, formerly of Halifax as well, and Woking, I will add. Dan Jarvis, Tyler French, David Jones and Jordan Ponticelli, who I think is fantastic. to be able to bring off the bench.
The man in charge of this game as well, we'll give a mention. The referee is Thomas Bramall, the assistant referees Paul Hodgkinson and Nick Greenhalgh, and the fourth official is Anthony Backhouse.
It's going to be a great game. Have you got any predictions?
I feel like betting against Wrexham's a bad idea. On paper, they've been the most successful team this season in comparison to opponents. Bromley today, with Paul Mullin up front as well, who is the National League's out-and-out top scorer. It'd be hard to see them not at least getting a goal in this match. But Bromley, you know, as the underdogs, they've got a lot to fight for in this match. Both teams after their first ever FA Vase trophy, so they're going to go tooth and nail. And I'll be honest, if this game goes the whole 120 minutes and we see a penalty shootout, I'm not going to complain.
Well, so I agree. Wrexham's only FA Vase win did come on penalties in 2013. They beat Grimsby Town in the final.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. Well, they're out. But also, I think what could be really interesting is Wrexham are on such a brilliant run of form. They've run to this final. It's not been easy. They've had to play Boreham Woods, Notts County, and Stockport all along the way. They've only conceded twice in that run, and I think it'll be really interesting to see what they do here today. And if they can get the ball down and not play too much to the occasion, I think Wrexham will bring this home. I can see a 2-0 win.
Well, we've only seen it once this season, and I'm sure you can hear around us that the chants for Paul Mullin are beginning to intensify. Wrexham are filling up their end of Wembley, as are Bromley, and we've got a good game coming up. Should we rejoin the podcast a few minutes into the first half?
It's going to be brilliant. Yeah, we'll see you in a bit.
We'll see you for now.
Bye.
We're 22 minutes into the FA Trophy Final. We said Vase again. It's been a long day already. 0-0 between Bromley and Wrexham. Wrexham possibly 1 or 2 more chances, but close game really, isn't it?
I think 1 or 2 better chances, yeah, but in the last maybe 5-10 minutes or so, Bromley have woken up and they've made their way back into this game. Wrexham spurned an earlier chance, I think within the first 10 minutes. I want to say it was the captain, Luke Young, that the ball fell to on the edge of the area after the square ball. And if his shot had gone anywhere else, it would have really made a bit of trouble for Ellery Balcom, but it was food and drink in the end. It went straight at the goalkeeper, who's able to get on top of it. As Wrexham give away possession now, and they come forward here, Bromley. The shot comes in and it's blocked on the edge of the area by the Wrexham defence. They held firm after that mistake. But as I say, Bromley have started to come into this game a little bit more. I think they're yet to really test the goalkeeper. There was a moment where a header came in, I think it was from Harry Forster going forward, that forced the goalkeeper into action, but it was a comfortable catch, not a lot of power on the header, and straight down the middle. But yeah, an even game so far.
Yeah, Paul Mullin had he got away down the left-hand side, got to the byline, put it across, but there was nobody there to sort of turn it in. That was another good opportunity for Wrexham early on.
That was perhaps the first half chance of the game, yeah. It wasn't. The shot at the end didn't quite come off.
But yeah, it's still all to play for. I think like you said earlier in the preview, when you and Alex were doing the preview, basically there's 2 good teams from the National League. They're testing each other out. There've been close games between them, like you said earlier, and the same again today.
I think it's just a bit of a filling out process in the first 20 minutes or so, testing what they can and can't get away with. And it'll be interesting to see how it progresses.
Yeah, definitely. Just before we obviously we'll come back just before a half time, unless there's any sort of goals to sort of run you through.
Anything breaking.
Yeah. Well, I just want to say, looking across from where we are now, there's all Bromley fans here on the left, Wrexham fans here on our right. We're looking directly across. There's still quite a number of Newport Pagnell and particularly Littlehampton supporters who have stayed to watch the FA Trophy Final, which is good to see, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just a bit of support from from the fans that you wouldn't normally expect to attend this game, you know.
Yeah.
And it's it is nice to see that they've stuck around to enjoy their afternoon in football. Obviously, Newport Pagnell have a lot to celebrate, having already won the FA Vase earlier on today. Wrexham with a half chance there, a ball across the fence, cleared away. The Littlehampton fans, if they're a bit down in the dumps after their defeat, might be able to cheer themselves up with a good bit of football this afternoon.
Yeah, indeed. Right, we're back just before half time.
Well, you join us coming up on half time in the FA Trophy Final. It's Bromley 0, Wrexham 0, and it's been not the liveliest of halves, would you say, Joe?
Yeah, no, I don't think. I think that's probably about right. There's been a few chances here and there at either side. I think the Bromley goalkeepers had to work a little bit harder, but Bromley haven't been short of chances. It's just I think they're missing that accuracy and that clinical touch at the end of their moves, which is actually something that Littlehampton suffered from in the previous game.
There's been no real flow to the game, has there? There was this brief period where Wrexham seemed to be getting the ball down and playing it round, but a lot of the time it is long balls at the moment. I thought Whiteley for Bromley looks particularly good, but he couldn't seem to get the ball out of his feet a few times when he was coming up.
There's been a few moments where he's tried to break into the area and then not know what to do next. There's just a moment now as we move into extra time at the end of this first half. There's a man down for Wrexham. He's been down on the ground for a couple of moments now. It's the number 6, Omar Sawunmi. And he's gone down with what we think is a shoulder injury looking at the monitors.
I think he's dislocated there.
That seems to be what he's nursing, and he's being surrounded now by some of the medical staff, and there's a stretcher on the pitch which I think is going to take him off. We saw that in the Littlehampton game, Littlehampton against Newport Pagnell FA Vase final a few hours ago, and it delayed the first half by a good 9 minutes.
And I think we're going to see roughly maybe a little bit less than this one. We're already in
with this one not being a head injury.
Luckily, Martin's gone off to fish for autographs from David Beckham and Ryan Reynolds, so he's got a little bit more time.
Will Ferrell, Rob McCallum,
they're all here. They're all here.
A real celebrity lineup for the FA Trophy Final.
And I can't wait for them to tune into the podcast. I think
they'll
love it. I love it. It's high quality content.
I'm sure they will. Just a point as well on the man that went down for Littlehampton at the end of in that first half. It was a head collision that the assistant manager
George Gaskin,
that's the name. Yeah, he beat me to it. He went down. He's the assistant manager and player for Littlehampton Town. He went off injured and was taken to hospital with concussion, but we've since been told that he is awake and he is responding to communication, which is always good.
That is great. That's great to see as well, because it was a horrible collision.
Exactly. I think I saw you recoil.
I did recoil. It was pretty.
You did turn away. It wasn't nice to watch.
Yeah, and the screens here at Wembley are about 15 seconds behind, so you get to see it twice, which was not the most enjoyable experience.
Depends which way you're looking. We've got a replay here actually of Sawunmi as he goes up for this corner trying to defend it.
He's just dislocated, isn't he?
Yeah, he's just thrown his arm out really as he's tussling with the Wrexham attackers, and I think it's just come out of its socket.
Neither of us did medicine at university.
Well, there you go.
But that's our diagnosis there. But I think the diagnosis on this half is the sooner half time comes, the better.
Yeah, I think so for both sides. It's a chance to just get themselves together and come out in the second half, maybe with a bit of a different approach where they have a bit more decisiveness about them, both sides that is as well. But yeah, Wrexham I think have made the Bromley goalkeeper work a little bit harder, but Bromley haven't been short of chances. It's been a fine game to watch, but nothing massive to report on this far.
No, and we'll see you in about halfway into the second half.
Yeah, we'll look a little bit further into the second half and we'll come back to you then, hopefully with a few more exciting pieces of news to bring to you.
That is 67 minutes on the clock. It's all going a little bit mad in the Premier League. We're keeping an eye on what's going on at the top and the bottom of the Premier League, but here at Wembley it's all going a bit quiet around us in the Wrexham area as Bromley are ahead. Do you want to talk us through the goal, Alex?
I will. And before the goal, of course, Bromley was starting to get on top. They were really bursting into life, and this final really needed it. It was petering out 10 minutes. I think everyone around us was starting to just follow the Premier League. But before their goal, Ali Al-Hamadi, chance here, good save. Ali Al-Hamadi found his way and probably had the best chance of the game so far. Of course, a very good save out of Christian Devil, and a couple of minutes later Michael Cheek did the same. But their goal was about 6 minutes ago, so on the hour mark. It's a fantastic ball over the top from, was it Luke Coulson? It wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Right mid. It's a fantastic ball from the right over the top, splits the Wrexham defence, finds Corey Whiteley, who I think has been the best player on the pitch today, and he does so well. He brings it down moves into the area. Christian Dibble has to gamble. He has to go for it, or he has to stick, and he goes for it. And Whiteley squares it straight into the path of Michael Cheek, who actually does have a bit to do. There's a Wrexham player on the line, and he calmly flips it in the top corner. And Bromley deserved that in the second half so far. Wrexham need to wake up a little bit.
Yeah, you've got to say very unselfish of Whiteley to square it there. I mean, you've got the keeper to beat at Wembley.
Yeah. But he's an unselfish player. We know that. We've seen that all season.
Definitely.
Corey Whiteley, and he's been very calm this entire cup final. He's been terrific, and I think Bromley, strangely, Wrexham trying to find a way back in, but Bromley are controlling things just at the moment. It'll be interesting to see if they can hold out here.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I think from a neutral point of view, the goal.
It was so neat. Oh! Goodness me, great block on the line just now from a Wrexham centre back from Bromley scoring a certain second. Oh, it's a fantastic bit of defending actually, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Is he off? He's not off. Oh, no, he is.
It's one of them where ball's played over the top, and even though everyone knows he's offside, until he actually goes for the ball, he can't raise his flag. Someone's going to get injured one of them days.
It is going to happen. It is going to happen. But that's, we don't make the rules, do we?
No, we don't. Right. No. Well, I think what we're saying is, I think from a neutral point of view, the game needed a goal.
Oh,
just because Wrexham have got to come out now. We were all saying this is going to extra time and penalties.
Yeah, and Wrexham have match winners in it. Paul Mullin, Ollie Palmer. They're the men they're going to be looking to get them back in this, and they really have to turn up here. They played a lot of balls over the top, and I think Ollie Palmer has actually done really well to get on the end of a few of them. They're just lacking a little bit of cutting edge, and they haven't really got the chances yet, have they?
No, not at all. No.
It'll be interesting to see. We'll come back in about 25 minutes time and see how this one finishes, and who knows, it might even be going further than that.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah. So I went on my hunt, for celebrities. I had a chat with David Beckham, who he basically said, where's Gary Langley?
Well, exactly.
And he wouldn't talk to us, because Gary's not here. So
yeah, well, we miss him dearly, don't we? Yeah, the artist formerly known as podcast host, Gary Langley. Yeah, hopefully back next year.
Yeah, so, hopefully. Right, we'll be back at full time. Right, we are 4 minutes into injury time at the end of the FA Trophy Final. There's been 7 minutes added since we've last been with you. Man City won the Premier League title. Man United are in the Europa League. Leeds are safe, and Bromley is still winning.
And I'm on my 8th cup of tea of the day. And you have to say, Wrexham have just had a fantastic chance. Jake Hyde headed from about 3 yards out, straight at Ellery Balcombe. It was a fantastic save, wasn't it, Martin?
It certainly was, yeah. It was a very long throw from the right hand side, flicked back into the 6-yard box, and it was a header from 3-4 yards out.
And they haven't done much with those long throws from Ben Tosa today. But
they've not, no.
The first really effective one. They're just going to have to throw everything at it here, Wrexham.
Yeah,
they're going to find a way into it.
Like I say, there's been 7 minutes added time, and that was due to an incident in the crowd. I think it was a medical emergency. Hopefully,
Paul Mullin out on the right.
He is okay.
Crosses it in for Jake Hyde, and it's another. It's offside. It's been disallowed, and the flag went up early. The flag did go up long before the ball was in the back of the net. I'm not sure if it was offside or foul. I think it was offside. There's a flare being kicked on. Apologies on everyone's end. We're just seeing Ryan Reynolds and Robert County finding out there's been given offside.
Yeah, there's three flares on the pitch at the minute.
3 flares on the pitch now. That's going to add a bit of time on, but
we're going to have a look if he is offside.
It's close, but I think he is.
Yeah, I think he's just offside.
So it's number 7 on the far side, Luke Coulson, who nearly plays Jake Hyde on. And it's actually a very good save again from Balcombe, and Jake Hyde gets the rebound, but it's not going to count, and actually the Wrexham bench saw it straight away.
Yeah.
So that's all out for Bromley, and there's obviously a few minutes here, and the fire wardens haven't come out. I think there's 4 flares now, 3 around the goal mouth.
Yeah, so it's just going to add to it. I mean, you mentioned earlier, Bromley never won the FA Vase, not Vase, we won the trophy out.
Mate, don't worry,
Bromley never won the FA Trophy. They've been in one final, 2018, and that's basically, they conceded a goal 6 minutes into stoppage time. So when they said 7 minutes go up, they'd have been like, oh no, but literally they have to hold on for another.
I'd say another 3 minutes here.
Yeah.
Once this game
Until they get these flares off.
they've got to do something.
Still one flare on the pitch.
But I think
Fire Marshal's going on now to pick it up.
Bromley so far, they've defended really well, and we're just getting a replay here of it.
I'll tell you what,
He is off, isn't he?
it's a cross from the right touch line.
From Paul Mullin, actually, who should probably be in the area, but
Well, you've got to do it. It's a great save by the keeper. It's headed into the net on the rebound, but you've got to give the official credit for that.
his flag went up really early. It wasn't a controversial decision, I don't think. I think he's got that one just
but I
about
mean,
right. But he's got it, yeah.
he's got it spot on.
Got it spot on.
You say about officials being bad.
I think
that's absolutely spot
the
on.
officials in the Vase today and in the trophy have both been really, really good.
Yeah,
They've let the game flow.
Yeah, just a shout out to the officials. They are from our neck of the woods.
And that's it. That's offside. It's offside. It's a Bromley offside. Wrexham are going to have a try. All the Bromley fans are up. The Wrexham fans are
So basically, the assistant referees, they are from our neck of the woods. You've got Paul Hodgkinson and Nick Greenhalgh, both from Lancashire FA.
I've just seen the referees kick the ball back to Wrexham. I'm pretty sure they're not allowed to do that, but here come Wrexham now.
Over your mind, this has got to be the last opportunity of the game.
I'm not
really.
quite sure who it is.
It's going to be.
It's going to be another long going from Ben Tozer. That's where they got their best chance from, and the keeper's coming up. Christian Dibble is coming up for this one. Ben Tozer, customary long throw.
Jay's waving his arms about.
James, I don't even know if people can hear us now among this crowd, but it's been a fantastic night. And here comes the throw. Oh, it's not great.
Oh, it's not great.
And it's headed clear, and what can they do here? It comes out, edge of the area.
Needs to go back in.
They've got to put it back in. Paul Mullin again out on the right. Clearly that's been a conscious decision. Oh, he's been held off there. That's brilliant. And Bromley have it in the corner. That's a foul in my opinion. But Bromley have a throw in, and you'd have to say that must be about it.
Yeah, we're 8 minutes into stoppage time. I can't remember a game, ever, where there's been 9 minutes of stoppage time in each half.
And there we go. Bromley throw it forward.
It's unusual, that.
On the halfway line. They've just got to keep it here, Bromley, if they're smart, but Whiteley has it, who's been fantastic today. 21, I'm not sure who that is. It's
Clever ball, right into space.
fantastic ball, James Benning, straight out. And the referee's been looking at his watch, and there can't be more than a few seconds left here, but Wrexham just have to pump this forward now. They have to play this. And the referee's got his whistle, and the Bromley have won it. They've won it. And their players sink to the floor in ecstasy. Wrexham looking round at each other, they can't quite believe it, but it's a first FA Trophy win for Bromley. I think very well deserved in this second half, and Wrexham look shell-shocked. Absolutely shell-shocked. More flares are going on the pitch now from the Wrexham end, and they can be frustrated with that. I don't think they fully turned up today. That's not the Wrexham they've got them to this final.
To be honest, they didn't really show up in the final, I didn't think. But, like Jay said at the start, they've got bigger fish to fry. You want to win at Wembley, you want to win the FA Trophy, but the objective for Wrexham is to get back into the Football League, really, and they've still got that next week. So
yeah, and you just hope maybe they don't take their eye off that. I wonder if maybe their eye slightly was on it. That is a huge objective of the club, but this is a big day, and it was a big day for their fans who have come down in fantastic numbers.
Yeah, they have. Just to mention in the numbers, 46,111 was the attendance for non-league finals day. That's just shy of the actual record in total, which was in 2015-16. So you've got to say, as an occasion,
it's been fantastic.
It's
been fantastic. And when you think the last 2 years, obviously last year we had about £6,000 for Hereford, Hornchurch and Warrington Road.
Yeah, there was 9,000 in total last year.
And no, that was obviously because of the COVID pandemic the year before. I thought that didn't happen.
Yeah,
it did happen behind closed doors
the year before.
So it's fantastic to see the fans being able to enjoy it. And Bromley will go out and enjoy this. They stumbled a bit in their push for the playoffs this season, but they can really enjoy it tonight.
Yeah, they certainly can.
Wrexham fans staying and applauding their team, who you have to say, despite this, and certainly if they go up by the playoffs, they've had a brilliant season. I think Phil Parkinson is doing a great job there.
Yeah, definitely.
And they will be that.
Yeah. So yeah, congratulations to Bromley, commiserations to Wrexham. I'd say Wrexham still season's not over for them. They've still got the playoffs to go for.
Yeah, lots
So
still
best
to play
of
for.
luck to them.
Yeah, Wrexham very much of that, and I hope Bromley go away and enjoy it, because I think they deserved it in that second half. But yeah, thank you very much for joining us.
Yeah, so we'll possibly be back in a little while. We're just going to have a wander down, watch them lift the cup, and we'll see if we can get some more interviews downstairs in the tunnel area. I think Jay's already gone.
Jay's off.
Right, thanks.
They are proud. They are Bromley, winners of the 2022 FA Trophy.
Wembley, let's hear it one more time for your Buildbase FA Trophy winners, Bromley
Luke, commiserations. What went wrong today?
The result was probably what went wrong. I think as a performance, I think we moved the ball well at times. Obviously, especially in this heat, we knew that it was going to be tough. They were going to come in and set up to stop us from doing that. But we had a lot of the ball, and I think it was just that little bit of quality that we were lacking probably at the end to test their keeper more than what we probably did. Obviously, we had a few flurry of chances come the end of the game, but obviously you're always going to get half chances when you're chasing the game. But overall, it's disappointing to take, but we give it our go. We set out what we wanted to do in terms of trying to play in the right way, playing through the thirds, not going too long, and mixing it up at times. And like you say, it just wasn't meant to be.
Well, you know Bromley quite well, having played them twice this season. Can you talk to us about your opponents today?
Yeah, they're a tough outfit. They mix it up, to be fair. They play short, they play long. So it's trying to get to grips with how they play, because they can mix it up so well. They've got the players to run in behind, but the players to come feet. And full credit to them, like you say, they scored a good goal on their part. Probably disappointing a little bit from our point of view in how it they come in behind a little bit too easy. But like you say, it's one of them things that we'll look back on, we'll learn from it. But like you say, full credit to them for getting over the line. And yeah, like you say, it's disappointing, but we've got to dust ourselves down and go again next week.
Not the result you wanted, but it can't take away from this brilliant season that you've had in the National League. Can you just talk us through that?
No, it can. I think if somebody offered me, you'll get to a final of a cup and you'll be sitting second in the league going into the semi-final of a playoffs, I think I probably would have snapped your hand off. Yes, we would have wanted today to be a little bit different. We would have wanted to call the end of a win, obviously. But our ultimate goal at the start of the season was to try and get out of this league, and we've got an opportunity to do that. We've got to dust ourselves down and take the rough and the smooth, take our medicine after today. But the pinnacle of our season it's not today, it'll be next week, and we'll be ready to go come next Saturday at 12:30. 2 more wins gets us up. Easier said than done, but that's going to be our ultimate goal coming into next week.
The fans were right behind you from the off today. They didn't stop chanting for the whole 90 minutes. You got a message for them?
Yeah, thank you, I think is the main message. They've been through us all. They've been with us all season, especially when times have been hard. But they've backed us, and I think we've given them some things to shout about over the last 10 months, however long it's been. And yeah, they'll be disappointed as much as what we are after today. When you've got 20,000 fans shouting you and clapping you off when you've lost the game, it's credit to them and a testament to them for travelling around the country following us. And I'm sure they'll turn out in their numbers come next Saturday. There'll be a full house back at the racecourse. We need them more than ever to lift us, but it's down to us to lift ourselves and get them right behind us come next week.
Best of luck.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thanks so much for that, man.
So that's it. for non-league finals day. We've seen 2 games, 180 minutes, well quite a bit more actually because there was so much injury time.
Well, yeah, you can say that again.
Newport Pagnell this morning, early this afternoon, winning the FA Vase, beating Littlehampton Town 3-0. And then we've just seen Bromley clinch the FA Trophy for the first time in their history, winning 1-0 against Wrexham. It's been a fantastic day, hasn't it been?
Yeah, I've really enjoyed myself, absolutely. And I don't think I'm alone. I assume all the Newport Pagnell fans, maybe those Littlehampton fans as well that stuck around for this second game, will have enjoyed that one. And all the Bromley fans have had a day that they'll never forget. So yeah, I think it's been a really good outing. We've seen 2 good games of football, a performance from Newport that really stole the show, and a defiant Bromley going against the odds and coming out victorious over Wrexham, who we may well see in League 2 next season. So
yeah, they've still got a lot to play for, and
absolutely,
they shouldn't let this performance, where you have to say they didn't quite turn up, but it shouldn't affect them for the rest of the playoff campaign. They've got a playoff semi-final next weekend to look forward to. But thank you so much for joining us. We're going to go downstairs, try and get maybe a couple more interviews.
Yeah, hopefully you'll see those shortly on
then head off home. It's quite a journey for you. I've just kicked the camera. That was good. And we'll edit that out. I'd be fuming.
Get that in the gag reel. Get that in the gag reel.
In the gag reel. Alex kicks the camera. But yeah, thank you so much for joining us. You nearly fell down the stairs, and we will see you soon.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, guys. I'll see you.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Just let the journeys.
Oh, did you? I mean, we have just done an outro, and Alex nearly kicked the audience down the stairs.
Honestly, it
Oh
nearly
no, it's fine. No, it's fine. Don't worry. So, you guys first time at Wembley, enjoying it? Well, not first time at Wembley, but first time
for non-league finals day. Yeah, really enjoyed it. Yeah.
Brilliant day out. Can't wait for next year.
Absolutely. And we encourage anybody who's just interested in neutral football, come on down for next year. It's a day out. It's
you know what? I always say that because it's £25 for adult tickets, but what a lot of people forget is it's only £1 for children.
And if you ask really nicely, Martin will give you a lift.
Well, I'm not sure about that.
We'll get caught in 50, and we'll get caught in 50 million 60 zones on the
you run a junior side and you want to bring a coach down with a couple of your junior teams. It doesn't cost the earth, and you'll have a great day out.
And I reckon next year, I've got this feeling we've got a North West Counties team in the final.
Well, hopefully it's happened quite a number of times over the years. With Brandon's last year, Glossop, most recently.
We'll have to tune in and find out.
So yeah.
So till next year.
Yeah.
Well, I assume we'll see you before then.
What if we don't? Maybe we only
Don't jinx it.
Maybe we only wheel Martin out there.
I'm sure we'll have a spare camera if you break that one. Yeah, we'll see you next year. Congratulations to Bromley and to Newport Pagnell. Commiserations to Littlehampton and to Wrexham, and we'll see you all soon.
Cheers.